Welcome to my episode 4 of my Are You Mad series with Elizabeth Ashton. I have a very special guest. Chef Ralph Perry. He owns Dem Boyz BBQ. It started out as a food truck, and then now he's in the Meadows Mall. He's going to be doing a grand opening actually at the Galleria Mall on August 1st, and he's also going to be opening up a restaurant in Summerlin. Let me ask you, Chef, so are you mad?
I am. I'm going to tell you why I'm mad. Well, first of all, it's not enough minority barbecue restaurants, let alone places around, that are in the big concepts such as Meadows Mall, such as a lot of downtown, a lot of on the Strip. So, kind of upset about that because they don't know the know-how, they don't know the ins and outs about going about doing that. So, little bit of irritation because all you got to do is ask. Closed mouth don't get fed. Mm-hmm. So once you start asking the right questions, once you start knocking on the doors, and it's all about a conversation. And it's all about start building a relationship, have a conversation with this person. They might not let you go into that place, but they'll show you how to get to that place. And it's all about humbling yourself and being more modest instead of knowing everything to how to do it.
Absolutely. And you come from humble upbringing. You were born in New Jersey. I actually lived in New Jersey myself. That's how we connected.
Absolutely.
And I had your food yesterday. It was amazing, by the way. I went and tried it out at the Meadows Mall. It was phenomenal. I actually just barely got some barbecue in Texas when I was in San Antonio. And to be honest, his is better. So,
I surely appreciate it. It just comes from the love of doing and practicing your craft. A lot of people are in it for the money. Of course, we're in it to make money, but you're not going to get rich overnight if you don't put the passion into it. Mm-hmm. Once you start seeing people or concepts lose passion, then that's where it starts to decline with the revenue, with a lot of people not going. It's like, okay, well, it's hard as not in it no more. Mm-hmm. So as long as I'm still breathing, as long as I still got that drive, I'm going to give the community the good food that I keep cooking up.
That's what I love. So you're doing good in the community. It's your passion. So you were born in New Jersey from humble upbringings.
Absolutely.
So as a behavioral therapist, what led you up to the psychology behind what inspired you to venture out of your fears to take the leap of faith and open your chain?
Well, it was pretty much going into it like this. I'm talking to people and I have nothing. So the worst thing they can say is no. Mm-hmm. The best thing to say is not here, but let me show you how to get there. A lot of people are scared of rejection, and we all have that mindset now. I'm 48 years old, so a couple of stuff I've been rejected from prior. So, but a lot of society is so much on, well, I don't want to be liked. I want to be liked. I want to be accepted. Mm-hmm. But you have to knock or open the door to be able to be accepted. Mm-hmm. So if you get the rejection one place, another place is going to open. If you get the rejection from two places are going to open. Mm-hmm. For every door that closed in my process, a lot of doors opened up. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them wasn't even me, actually going to the door. They came to me. Mm-hmm. And that's definitely a good thing. But being rejected is the biggest thing, is the biggest fear I had to overcome is, okay, well, I don't want this person to say no. I don't want this person to say my food is nasty. I don't want this person to reject me because that's only going to deter me from moving forward.
Get to put roadblocks up.
Exactly.
And I think we talked about yesterday that I've just noticed in my life when something's meant to be, it kind of just falls in my lap. And then other things I fight so hard for, they just don't happen. So maybe this is meant to be for you because it just landed in your lap. God put it in your lap. You're meant to do good in the community with your food.
Yes.
And Bonita's actually the one that she's going to be on her after show. It's going to be called There's a Method to My Madness. But she's amazing. But anyway, she introduced us, and she said that used to bring food to her workplace.
Yes, yeah. We worked in the same location, so it was kind of like a testing ground for a lot of the barbecue sauces, a lot of the food that I would prepare and everything, and just getting it out to the community because with them they'll take it home, they'll go here. So it was just a lot of things that I brought to them that I haven't yet brought to the community. And so in turn, they liked it, enjoyed it, so I went with it. Like a lot of the different barbecue sauces I make my own barbecue sauces, so a lot of them I've used them as test subjects to be able to say, oh, that's good, that's good.
Like trial and error and like testing what people like.
I
really like the white sauce. What is that called?
That's called my Philly sauce. So
okay.
Philly sauce. So a lot of the sauces, a lot of the things that I have, a lot of packages I have are different things from back home, back east. Back east, I got the Philly sauce. I got the Camden sauce. Camden, Jersey, where I'm from. So I have that sauce. It's kind of mustard and spicy, you know, kind of my personality. But a Philly sauce is Philadelphia, named after Philadelphia. Kind of saucy, but a little bit of tangy, bit of tanginess, which reflects the attitude. And I try to put everything into it. Try to put everything into it and represent. So somebody from Philly comes down, somebody from Camden comes down. They know, okay, yeah. That's my attitude.
Oh, and I had the brisket, and I had the chicken. Oh, it was so good. I used to smoke meat when I lived in Texas, and I know there's a lot of work that goes into that. Do you use like the wood chips and everything?
Yeah, so on my brisket, I use the apple wood. I use the apple wood. I got a wood place I go to, which is off Lake Mead. I go to them, and they give me all this pounds and pounds of wood. When I just started smoking the wood, and you learn to do different meats with different type of wood, because everybody's on the mesquite, on the hickory. Well, there's apple, there's cherry, there's peach, there's different kind of woods. But if you get to find that right blend, then it makes the meat come out so good.
Oh, wow.
Definitely so good. So
it was so
brisket,
good.
Yes.
And there were people like running to his store yesterday to get tell us about those fries.
The brisket fries.
Yeah, the brisket fries.
Brisket fries started out as an experiment. I did a brisket fries for Amazon in Henderson when I opened up Amazon, not in Henderson, North Vegas. And I did fries with brisket on it. People liked it. I called it brisket fries, and then they started ordering it. So I switched the name from brisket fries to Dem Boyz fries. Ooh. So Dem Boyz fries is pretty much the staple. And my whole thing getting the barbecue is once I mastered the brisket, it was hands down, I know how to do everything else. Brisket is the hardest meat to master because you have to get it right. You have to slow cook it. You know, I cook my brisket for 16 hours.
Wow.
So it's definitely something that you got to watch and make sure it comes out tender. And after that, it's all about cutting and going.
Oh, and it just, when I ate the chicken and the brisket, it just fell apart. That's when I know it's good meat.
That's it.
Like even it fell off the bone. The chicken
Absolutely.
literally fell off the bone when I was eating it. It was amazing. And the fries are phenomenal. Like I said, we were sitting there eating and talking and doing the pre-interview, and these girls literally came by and they were running to buy the fries. So that's how good they are.
Definitely a good thing. The only downfall is that I do sell out a lot more than, I mean, it's a good thing to sell out, but I'm selling out kind of like mid-afternoon. So it's definitely having to cook more and being more stocked is definitely was my biggest challenge starting off. Now I think I pretty much got it mastered, but you can never tell how many people come into the mall. And then, which is a good thing because people come into the mall straight to the food court, and I think I have the biggest sign in the food court right now, so we good to go.
It's a great sign. It's a great sign. Tell us a little bit about the grand opening that's going to be happening at the Galleria Mall close to where I live.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I just got the contract signed to Galleria Mall in Henderson, Galleria Sunset, I guess that's what it's properly called. It's going to be opening up August 1st. Tentatively, just waiting on the license and everything to come through. So if that works out, the time frame works out, but definitely going to be in August coming. Looking for a good opening. Have a lot of different food items in that location because of the different clientele. You know, I got the brisket salad coming up. I got the pulled pork salad. You know, got the wraps coming on that side of town. I have I'm working on the brisket Philly. So I'm working on the brisket Philly, which should be had a lot of different good reviews from the wife. You know, she's the #1 critic. She's the one got me started this whole thing because I didn't want to cook. I just wanted to work in a warehouse and be done with it. She said, "Why don't you start cooking?" Went to culinary school, and this is where I am. So
that's amazing. And you talked about her a little bit yesterday. She's kind of more the left brain of the relationship. You're the more right. I feel she's very analytical, and you're more, I would say, creative.
Absolutely, absolutely. She does all the behind the things. So that a lot of the menu items that people see, she done already tasted it. She done already had it several different times, went through the different trials. So she's definitely the number one, I should say, the number one critic and harsh. When I say harsh, I don't like it. It's trash. Throw it in the trash. And I can't tell you how many briskets or ribs and hot links I went through before it was the right one.
Constructive criticism, right? I mean, I guess she's the one firing you to be where you're at today,
yes,
right? With all that.
She's hard. She's tough.
Oh, wow.
She's tough. Definitely tough, and I love her for that because wouldn't be able to do the Meadows Mall because she encouraged me to do a lot of the stuff that I was too scared to do. She was like, just go do it. Mm-hmm. What's the worst that can happen? They can say no. Mm-hmm. And once you start getting that mindset, getting somebody like that, behind you, it's kind of like, okay, well, if she believes in me, then who? Everybody else is just a bonus.
Right.
So definitely have her support 100%.
She's the heart behind it, huh?
Yeah, she's definitely taking care of everything else behind the scenes.
Oh,
like I said, I might be doing all this right now, but she's definitely the one that makes all the final decisions.
What is her name?
Her name's Tanisha.
Tanisha. Oh,
yes, Tanisha Perry, and I'll be reckless.
Oh, she's the one to keep you in line, right?
Yes,
she keeps you in line.
Yes, absolutely.
So what would you say to anyone when it comes to starting their own business to help them eliminate what's holding them back?
Well, first of all, is the attitude, because if you're not confident in what you're doing, then nobody else is going to be confident. Mm-hmm. Nobody else is going to see the confident. But if you go in there full confident, and it stems from the way you present it. Because if you present it as a question mark, then people are going to look at, are you trying to do it, or are you just testing it out? So confidence is the number one thing, because if you're not confident and if you don't believe in what you're doing, nobody else is going to believe it. You can't sell something or you can't present something, or you can't do something if you're not confident in it. Mm-hmm. Even if you're halfway confident, you have to be all the way confident, all the way committed. Famous comedian, and I might get in trouble for saying it, but one of my favorite comedians was Kevin Hart. Everybody wants to be famous.
I saw him at the Cosmopolitan when I worked there. I love him. I love Kevin Hart.
Everybody wants to be famous, but don't nobody want to do the work.
Absolutely.
And it's a lot of work behind it, and everybody wants to be on the billboards, on the marquee, but you have to put the work behind it. And it takes a lot of work, takes a lot of dedication. But number one thing I would tell anybody starting off is, how confident are you? Mm-hmm. How confident are you? Do you believe in what you're selling? Do you believe in what you're selling? If somebody came to you the next day, are you able to do it? Or are you going to be like, well, I can't do it? Mm-hmm. The challenges that I faced, I tried to mentor a lot of people from going through that same route by a different route, because I went through all the hard stuff. If I know an easier way for somebody to do, then I'm going to show them that way. I'm here to teach and show somebody a better way. I'm not in the hold it to myself, because I believe I was meant to show everybody what I know, and in turn, I see the fruit. I'm happy because of that. Mm-hmm. I'm happy to make a cook into a chef. Happy to make anybody into running their own business. Mm-hmm. Don't want no accolades. For me, seeing it is better than them mentioning that this is where they got to. Mm-hmm. Humbleness, and not taking no for an answer. I'm always
You're
there
yes
to help
person.
anybody.
Yeah,
always
yes. Yeah, absolutely.
But definitely. Yeah. But yes.
So do you think, I know you've served in the military. I know you grew up in New Jersey. I lived in New Jersey as well. Do you think things from, being in the military and growing up in New Jersey kind of humbled you and then gave you the drive to be so successful? I know your wife as well.
Well, yeah, it's definitely, being in the military definitely gave me the work ethic. Well, I had a work ethic because my dad was in the military, but I was working at 14 mowing grass. So definitely, remember the first time I missed mowing somebody's grass, and I missed out on $10. Might not seem like a lot now, but it was a lot back then. Missed out on $10, and I was like, I can't do it, can't go to the arcade, can't do what I want to do, because I didn't put in the work. Mm-hmm. So learning from a young age on work ethic, I think that's what got me. That's what got me working hard. But as far as the humbleness, I went through the whole military. I was cocky, conceited, the arrogant kid from New Jersey, just hard-headed, hard-headed. When I came out the military, I had PTSD. So I went through counseling, everything like that. Didn't smile, didn't do nothing. Always had an attitude to everybody. After all that, it was kind of like, okay, well, be happy.
And I commend you. You served in Iraq, you said,
Yes,
right?
Iraq,
so
Afghanistan.
I kind of spoke with a gentleman who wrote The Evil Hours. His name is David J. Morris, and we were friends. He teaches at UNLV, and his book is kind of he's the poster boy for PTSD because he served in Iraq. And so, yeah, and my son actually just came out of training in the Air National Guard for the last 3 months. So, and I can see what you're talking about because he was a little cocky before going in, and I see how it's humbling him slowly. And so I could see how, serving can do that, serving in the military.
Definitely, because it breaks you down. So they pretty much break you down, and it's like, okay, well, let me quit being like I know it all and just do what I'm supposed to do. And then from there, it's pretty much, I believe in if I'm a good person to somebody, whether it's that person or the next person, then good things come in forward. And once I started doing that, a lot of doors started opening. You know, this position, this job, this particular group of people. You know, it really is seeing the world and seeing where I've been and where I've come from. We don't all know it all. We know some things. I tell everybody, even my workers at the restaurant, I know a little bit. I know a little bit, but you guys might know a lot. And I say that I might be older. I know a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but I don't know everything.
You seem like a good leader because I feel like good leaders are ones that kind of take the approach like we're all in this together. Let's all pitch in, and then actually you're easy to work for because people like that are kind of the ones that you're like, hey, we're all in this together. You have the humble attitude. Yeah.
Absolutely. I worked with a lot of different managers and bosses to develop a style where I'm not going to be like that. I'm going to take some from here, take some from him, take some from her, and it's all about coming together. You know, when you have a team, when you have a solid team, even when I was in the military, if you have a solid group of guys that's going to look out for you, then it's no measure, no limit to what you can do. I take that into my work, take it into the restaurant that I'm building. If I got a solid team, I'm not even there right now, and they're already opening up. They already know what to do. I ain't got to check the cameras. I ain't got to check to see if they open because they already know what to do. And, you know, just teaching the basic and teaching the standards, they live up to the standards, and it makes me feel proud because I hear the reviews on when I'm not there, and I'm like, okay, they doing stuff. I know that they're doing what they're supposed to do, but when you hear it from outside and you hear it from the crowd, they're selling this the way they're supposed to be looking. And you
said they follow the recipes to the T. I met the girls yesterday. They seem really amazing. Yeah. Well, but you got to take credit that you must be good to work for, you know, because, you know.
Yeah, and they take care of it and treat me well. In turn, I treat them well, you know. Definitely take care. You want to when you're doing a business, you want to take care of who's working for you, because at the end of the day, they're fulfilling your dream and your brand. And they only expanding your brand, and you can't be here trying to do other things. So you have to rely on the team that you build. And once you install the expectation and they follow the expectation, then it makes it a lot easier to be able to do other things and be able to go out and, you know, do the podcast like I'm doing right now, you know, be able to do other things and expand, you know, knowing that full confidence that you've taught them all the tools they need to do and everything they need to do to manage, to cook, to serve, to present out good food the way it's supposed to be.
Absolutely. So, I have one last question for you.
Yes.
So in New Jersey, you brought the amazing food here, but do you miss the food in New Jersey? Because I miss the bagels and pizza.
Yes.
Because I lived there in junior high and high school for 4 years.
Yes.
Yeah, I miss the pizza. And I do feel like the people from the East Coast are a little more loyal. I don't know if you would agree, but I don't know.
Yes, definitely miss the food. So 2 things I miss from back home. We had these things called panzerottis back home. They're kind of like pizza turnover, tight, fried, but not really. So it's a unique thing that's only on the East Coast, only in Jersey, only in Jersey. But they expanded those and the soft pretzels. The soft pretzels I love. I cannot get enough of soft pretzels. I try to buy them at the store and cook them at home, but it's nothing like going to the mall with the soft pretzels and having the soft pretzels with spicy mustard.
Oh, so good. I miss do you know what I used to do? My sister is in New York right now, and this probably sounds kind of weird, but I used to peel the outside of the bagel and then eat the inside because they were so fresh when we go to the bagel shop. We would ride our bikes to the bagel shop, and then the pizza too. They say it's something in the water there, but I think it is true. There's
probably so. Because I mean, people think I'm crazy. I used to drink tap water like it was regular spring water here. So it must be in the water. I don't know.
It must be. Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you so much for coming on today, Chef Perry.
Absolutely.
You were an absolute pleasure to have on.
Absolutely.
And could you look into this camera and say, here we are on the set of Are You Mad with Elizabeth Ashton. I'm Chef, Ralph Perry, and whatever you want to say about yourself.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
This
it's
one right
kind of
here?
like that's what I usually have
Right here?
guests do at the end. Yeah.
All right. How you doing? We're on the set of Are You Mad with Elizabeth Ashton. Sorry about that. My name is Chef Perry, and this is While I'm Mad, owner of Dem Boyz BBQ. Thank you. Did I do good?
How do you feel? You did great. That was
good?
awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like we fit a lot in, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your
Did
Instagram?
Instagram is Dem Boyz BBQ. BBQ spelled out. BBQ spelled out.
I just took some BTS and tagged me.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Oh yeah, can we do one little bit about that real quick so we can? I could ask him where we can find him on social media.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Okay. Yeah. So let the camera know where everybody can find you on Instagram, where they can go get your delicious food.
Okay. Gotcha. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. How you doing? This is Chef Ralph from Dem Boyz BBQ. You can find me on Instagram, Dem Boyz BBQ. BBQ spelled out, BARBEQUE. And also find me on Facebook with the same tag. Also, you can come on down in person at the Meadows Mall food court. Biggest sign in there, only barbecue spot in the Meadows Mall. And after August, you can come down to the Gallery at Sunset, and I'll be there as well serving up some good food. Remember, Chef Ralph from Dem Boyz BBQ, the meat that can't be beat.
And he cooks with love.
And I cook with love, absolutely.
I can already tell. That was perfect.
All right. Hopefully I didn't mess it up.
No. The good thing is with this, like I can clip. Yeah, we can.
Absolutely.